Hello everyone. Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. That thing when I said I'd stay caught up. Yeah, this is a 2-weeker. Even worse, today's Wednesday. We're going to go get comic books after work at my new soul-sucking job at the credit union. I'm trying mushroom coffee. It's got actual coffee in it. And then 25 different freaking mushrooms in here. All I smell is the coffee, and it tastes like coffee, so if it has benefits, I'll keep you posted. I'm having a cup a day. But don't worry, I'm still having a pot of coffee every day. Alright. One more little sip, and then we'll get to the reviews. Alright. Tastes like instant coffee. Whatever. So here we are, giant stack. Let's get into it. First up, issue 3 of Godzilla. Here there be aliens with Jet Jaguar and Godzilla on the cover. Yeah! It's written by Frank Tieri, art by Angel Hernandez. I like Hernandez's art style, very, very sketchy. We last left Jet Jaguar fighting Mechagodzilla. Mothra is fighting Megalon. Rodan is fighting Gigan, and it's Dad bod Gigan, so I'm a happy camper. But see what I mean about the sketchy art? It looks good. It's very good, as a matter of fact. I'm a big fan. And then they do a real good job of moving it along with these long panels, so you get that sense of urgency. Anguirus is fighting Hedoras. Apparently there's plural with Hedoras, which makes sense, the way that organism worked anyways. So, and then we find out the big secret. Do you want me to tell you the big secret? I'm not telling you. And then they bring in King Ghidorah. These are usually 5-issue arcs, so we'll get Ghidorah fight next issue, and then they'll wrap everything up nice and neat. Up to episodes issue 4 of Supergirl. One of my new favorite books, everything done by Sophie Campbell. When last we left, her little Kandor groupie is being sentenced to for her crimes against humanity, and Supergirl's like, no, let her come be with me, and so she's the new hero. Luminary. Here comes the air conditioner, in case you're wondering. Still a little hot in here. So they decide to have a day off, and they go to a goth club. So here we are, Supergirl and friends in goth club. That's our little Lesla, Lar, Luminary, Lena Luthor, and Kara, Supergirl. I think somebody just wanted to draw costumes. They've been playing with costumes a lot in this. Sophie Campbell had one where it was like a montage almost. And Luminary's learning that there's certain things you can't fight the way she's used to doing. So, and they met a new friend, a little friend right here who may have psychokinesis powers. Ooh. Alright, magic number 8. I'm still very happy that they have not canceled this book. If I remember correctly, our writer is Ashley Allen, our artist is Matt Horak. And last we left Magic's friend, what's his name, Matt? Cal. Of course it wouldn't be Matt, that'd be too easy. Cal is possessed by the bad guy they were fighting previously. And so she's out trying to solve that puzzle with her friend Danny Moonstar. Art looks good. I think it's a little different than previous. I think it's a different artist. Go back and watch all of my episodes, the last 8 at least, to see if you too can figure out who this was. So, yeah, it's neat. It's nice having her on her own. I noticed they got to stop giving her a crutch though. I swear they do it just because that way she doesn't turn into Darkchild and just murder everybody. So. Alright, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, God War, Part 5. With Cody Ziegler as our writer, Marco Renna as our artist. Last we left, Ares was being a tool, and everyone's. And this is some busy panels. Look at these things. I mean, it works because Miles is always bouncing off of something. Hercules is there. It's a good time. The his therapist, who is a Hulk, is there, which is a good time. It's just they're doing the big giant final fight scene, is what it is. It's everything's wrapped up. You get a couple of interesting splash pages. I think this is supposed to be this way. It always makes me wonder when I'm doing this with this if it drives the collectors nuts when I'm holding it like this. Because they take theirs home with their white gloves and their tongs, and they put them in the bag and seal it with the backing board, make sure it's all good. I seem to remember a while back there was a thing where the backing boards weren't great, and everyone had to replace their backing boards with acid-free backing boards. I think someone just wanted to sell some more backing boards. Mushroom coffee. All right, Daredevil. Daredevil number 24 with this terrible John Romita Jr. cover. Luckily for us, John Romita Jr. is not the guy inside. Where's my freaking... Oh, it's in the front. Soledad Ahmed is still our writer. Jose Luis Suarez is our penciler. Oren Jr. is our inker. That's good. That's really good, because then we get awesome splash pages of Daredevil. So, and they're always like, well, his power is that he's, radar sense, blah, blah, blah. And also, he's an acrobat, and there's got to be muscles there, because he's got this little thing with a string that goes up and then pulls him in, and he flips around in New York City. I do like that he pretty much stays in New York City. We had that issue with the whole holy war thing for a little while, which was kind of weird. Anyways, they're ramping us up. Elektra Daredevil and Matt Murdock Daredevil fight Wrecker. It's really not a good idea for you to fight Wrecker. I mean, for you to fight Daredevil, because he knows your weak spots. So, and people are getting murdered. It's because, hey, guess who's back? That's right, babies. It's Kingpin is back. Yay! Again, he's back. So even though he's always leaving, he's always back. All right. This is Aquaman number 8. They called it Justice League Blue. That's not a great name. So they're fighting that fella, Dagon. Look at this, though. This is kind of... I'm impressed with all these double splash pages. It can just give sort of a gravitas. Ooh. All right, so we got Aquaman, Arion, Lori Lemaris, Captain Nemo. Jeremy Adams is our writer. John Timms is the art. The art is awesome. But all these people look like they're getting murdered. But then Aquaman, I like saying Aquaman. Aquaman gets murdered, but then it doesn't take, because it's the DC universe, and it's like, no, you must come back and be the savior of the sea. So anyway, so next one's like the wrap up, because they defeat the bad guy, and then it's wrap up time. It's wrap up time. All right. And then here we are, number 20 of the X-Men. It's a good book. I like it, except for that Zero we talked about. I do believe that was last week. And I was not happy. Jed McKay is our writer. Penciler is Nitho Diaz. Inker is Sean Parsons. We've got the guy who's in charge of that thing that I don't care. His name is Lundqvist. And him and Cyclops have a bar brawl and get tased by the cops, which I thought was funny. Other than that, they're just doing their thing. The Beast is being weird, which for no reason whatsoever. And in between, of course, there's the bar brawl that I had mentioned before they get tased. and get thrown in jail. And so it's sort of a day where they're not fighting anything, they're just having a day. And it's always nice to have a mutant X-Men book of any kind where they're just having a day, which means that the next time someone's probably going to die. That's how that works. Alright, Heat Seeker. This is number 2 of Heat Seeker Exposed with the Acre of Cleavage. This is the most conservative cover that you get to choose from on these. Writer is Charles Ardai. Penciler is Ace Continuado. Inker is Juan Castro. And Heat Seeker is trying to get out of the city, but everyone is after her. So she's going to disguise herself as a man. So it's interesting. And then there's the play for making everyone think that she's dead because she works better that way. It's also got that superhero girl who heals quickly still in it. Not really sure where they're going with that. And there's a lot of naked. Heat Seeker and the other one, what is it? Gun Honey, have a lot of naked. So there you go. Recently, I bent over in a chair and pulled something. So I'm wearing this menthol lidocaine patch, and sometimes I got to stretch it a little. Doing things with this hand and up and down is absolutely no fun. So give me pity. Give it to me. Alright, Marvel got a new number 1. Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck. They did a Infinity thing a little while back. The Infinity Dime. And apparently people liked it. So where is my... I'm going to show you that though. That's cool. Here we are, right in the middle. Ugh. Written by Jason Aaron. Art by Mahmoud Asra is pages 1 through 7. And Ciro Congliosi is pages 8 through 17 and 24 through 25. And then Giuseppe Camuncoli and Danielle Orlandini did pages 18 through 23. So that's a lot of... Well, they were trying to show different styles like this. Look at this. Just look at it for a minute. Oh, the Scrooge. So aliens are after his dime. Well, they're after everything. They're up to something, and they're ready to take out Duckburg. They're ready to take out Duck World? No, that's a Howard the Duck thing. So, it's neat. Huey, Dewey, Louie are in it. Donald's in it. Apparently, Scrooge is a scrapper, and it's hard for him to lose a fight. And he has to go back in time to save himself. So, it's good. This is a good book. I like this one a lot. So, yeah, if you haven't, you still got time to get this. This was last week, I think. So it's still out there. All right, now we're on to the next week. Ooh, okay. Mothra wraps it up. Number 5, written by Sophie Campbell, but artwork by Matt Frank. And they have to fight the Omega Cirrus. This is, without a doubt, one of the busiest books. Let me find a really good busy page for you, because it's just mostly fights. I mean, seriously, just fight after fight after fight after fight. And there's a new transformation. And let me get you a good fight page. Let me get you a good fight. Oh, here we go. I mean, look at this thing. Look at it. Look how busy that is. So, they mentioned a new form for Mothra. It's just bigger Mothra. They call it Mothra Gemini. So, whatever. Alright, number 2 of Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, which we all know is not true. Let's see. Writers Jerry Dugan. Artists are Javier Guerrón, Paco Medina, and Juan Cabal. And, of course, they like to do the future part. We're going to do the future part, where it's far in the future and they're still fighting Godzilla, but they got to go back in time to... You get it, right? You get it? Interesting fact, air conditioner, that wasn't the fact, is back in the old Godzilla comic book from Marvel, they shrank him with Pym particles. That doesn't work here. He shrugs it right off like it's nobody's business. He does not care. Godzilla is here to destroy everybody. They even get Fin Fang Foom, which I'm always a big fan of seeing Fin Fang Foom. And Doctor Strange in on it. And Herbie the Robot shows up. Yay! So, I'm thinking the next cover he'll probably fight a bunch of mutants, a bunch of X-Men's, because they're all over the cover. I don't know if they're taking different aspects of the Marvel Universe and making Godzilla fight them all, but we just did that with a series of one-shots that were, like one exception, mediocre at best. So, alright, number 5 of Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Alright, Daniel Kibblesmith is our writer. Carlo Lauro and Andrea Izzo are our art. And it is time for the brilliant unveiling of a new thing in, what is it, St. Canard? Is that what it's called? St. Canard. Wow, look at that. Remembering that. They bring in the internet, like way before they should, and Megavolt finds out about it. So this is all Darkwing Duck trying to find his nemesis. This is a prequel, trying to find his nemesis. So yes, so it could be Megavolt. It could maybe not be Megavolt. They mock the internet repeatedly in here, just with gusto. It's hilarious to watch, or read, or look at. I guess you don't really watch a comic book, you read a comic book. Mushroom coffee. It's not bad. Alright, Absolute Flash. We're all in. Number 6. Let's see. Oh my lantern. Look at how tiny these credits are. Do they want to tell people? Hold on a minute. Jeff Lemire is our writer. Nick Robles is our art. Jeff Lemire writes good comic, which is why this book is so good. This is just going back and explaining how the Suicide, not really the Suicide Squad, just like the Rogues Gallery, become the superheroes. They're all given some sort of treatment to become superheroes, which Captain Boomerang don't really need treatment. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think, if I'm correct, yeah, Wally's not even in this, like the whole issue. So I know they got to do it sometimes. So it's fine. You get used to these people and their storytelling. All right, number 10 of the Amazing Spider-Man. It's a Daily Bugle page. Actually, you can read the whole thing. It's continued on page 3. I looked for page 3, but I couldn't find it. All right. All right. Writers Joe Kelly. Guest artist, thank God, is Michael Dowling. Because, you know, we're thinking of John Romita Jr. I mean, what would you rather have? John Romita Jr. or something like this? So Spider-Man has become vicious. Vicious. He is a terrible, terrible Spider-Man. Peter Parker, also vicious. Well, makes sense, right? I do like where Tombstone finds Parker and says, get in the car. And Parker's like, no. And he goes, you got to do it or this guy's going to, break my nose? And he breaks Peter Parker breaks the guy's nose. And Tombstone just says, boy, are you mentally ill? And funny. The art's good. Shocker's still in it. Black Cat shows up. Shocker has a new thing he does with Sonics, which blows. It's very, very violent. He has a new web that lasts longer and takes forever to come off. And then they do the drop at the end. The drop. The big twist. The drop. Which is, I'll give it to him. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good drop. Yeah, except for this crappy cover with crappy John Romita Jr. art on it. This is a really good issue of Spider-Man. I'm always waiting for a John Romita Jr. Art person that just loves John Romita Jr. to come along and go, you can't say that, he's a legend. Yeah, well, you know, everybody has different tastes. But I have to have a Spider-Man book. It's sort of like I have to have an X-Men book. I have to have a That's not a superhero. I have to have a X-Men book, a Spider-Man book, just certain things. If there's a good, like Birds of Prey, I'll always buy that, stuff like that. But, we're getting different here. Okay, so I have split up the 2 weeks of goods. Superheroes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And not superheroes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So superheroes still win, but that's a lot of non-superhero books, because I'm not counting the Godzilla book as a superhero book. He's the star. Godzilla is not a superhero, folks. He is a force of nature. So, alright. Well, we got one last thing to do. I picked this up because I am a monster fan, and Dark Horse? Dynamite. My apologies, Dynamite. Put the first ever, way back in the day, Vampirella, ding, was a black and white magazine format from the same publishers that did Creepy and Eerie. I'm a big Vampirella fan. Probably why I'm so fond of brunettes. Because I saw her when I was like 11 and went, hello. What I had forgotten, because this is the first 6 issues, they put it on nice paper, the letters pages are in it, everything like that. But the thing I forgot is everyone nowadays with Vampirella, like, oh, Vampirella, yeah, Vampirella's cool, was a monster magazine. And she did little introductions like Uncle Creepy and Uncle Eerie did. And then there was little stories with her in it, but not a lot. Some of it was written by the famous Monsters man, Forrest J. Ackerman, and done by Bill Warren. Nope, sorry, James Warren. Bill Warren's a different guy. So I'd like to recommend a book. I pulled this out of my stack. I've read it. It's James Warren, Empire of Monsters. It's a biography written by Bill Shelley. It have to be a biography. James has passed away, and it tells you everything about all of those things: creepy, eerie, famous monsters, Vampirella, and it's a chunk. It's 352 pages. It's a chunky book. But I had forgotten that the Vampirella magazine, when it first came out, you got little tastes of Vampirella, which is smart. But you don't get actual continuous storyline of just Vampirella and her origin like you do now. There's Vampirella books out every month. I bought them for a while until I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, this is terrible. So there you go, Vampirella book. And I tell everyone, if you live in Kalamazoo, or if you have your own local comic book store, see if they have a club. Fanfare has a club. You give them $5. Hand it to them. Once a year, you hand them $5. And then every new book that comes out is 20% off. So, like, for example, remember I told you I hurt my rib? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. For example, this book is normally $34.99. I don't do math, so we're going to call it $35. But because it's $35, I got it for less because they had to take $7 off. So I got it for less than $30 because it was new on the shelf. Same with all of these other books. New on the shelf. Otherwise, I'd go broke. These things are like $4.99 a piece now. I remember when they were 25 cents. Actually, I remember when they were 20 cents. Because you could get 5 comic books for $1, and then they turned it to 25 cents, and it's like this. And then it was weird because it went to 30 cents and 35 cents, and your dollar is shrinking considerably. So, 2 seconds. Mushroom coffee. Your old man's got a busted, it's not busted rib, it's just like stretched, invert something, rolled, pulled away from the something or other, I don't know. Just gotta take it easy. Luckily my new terrible job is a desk job. I see that my, I'm gonna lean in here, my red light is coming on for the, for that, so we're gonna wrap this up. Go read go to the library. Go to your comic book store. Go read something. Read anything. Heck, it don't even have to be a comic book. The James Warren thing was a book. Read something that sounds interesting to you. Find your favorite thing. What if you're a sports person? Find books on sports. Heck, Marvel had a football comic book for a while where the guys all had superpowers and they were a football team. They had one where a guy had a CB radio in his skull and drove a semi around. There's something for everybody. I swear there is. You can find it. You can find it out there. Or just read a book. That's fine. Just read something. Reading is good for you. It's good for your brain. The older you get, the more you should read to help your brain. So I'm going to go get ready for my new terrible job. And I want you to go read a comic book.